I'm 680 News senior business editor Mike Eppel. We had three of the world's biggest car companies report earnings today, and each one had specific problems taking their stock prices down sharply during today's trading session. At the top of the list was Tesla, with investors in the electric car company growing increasingly impatient and somewhat concerned about how they did in the latest quarter and the sudden departure of co-founder of Tesla, J.B. Straubel. He is stepping down just into an advisory role. He was previously the chief technology officer at the electric car company. That sudden departure, though, shocked analysts who follow the stock, and this comes as Tesla had a record-breaking quarter for sales, but a big-time loss of $400 million. Shares dropped by more than 12% today and down over 30% for the year so far. Nissan is cutting more than 12,000 jobs worldwide. That's close to 10% of the automaker's global workforce. They saw a slump in sales in the latest quarter, saw virtually no profit, and a branding issue with the recent arrest of company CEO Carlos Ghosn. Nissan looking at a major restructuring effort to rebuild its brand image. And Ford Motor Company today down 7%. Their earnings showing disappointing guidance, basically because of slumping sales in China. Ford is the #1 seller of pickup trucks under the F-150 brand, but the latest earnings showing some weakness, and the stock was down 7% today on Wall Street. Well, Southwest Airlines says it will not be looking to have the Boeing 737 MAX jets back into its schedule before next year, January, maybe, as the targets keep getting moved on when to expect that plane back in service. Boeing said it might be before the end of the year, but it still needs certification and pilot training. Southwest is the largest operator of the 737 MAX jets in the U.S. It is not bringing any other planes in to offset its lack of capacity. We saw Southwest's share price today tumble by 5%, and Boeing was down another 3%. Corporate tax cuts boosting the bottom line for Canada's energy companies. Suncor saw a $1 billion-plus gain in the second quarter from the Alberta government's corporate tax initiatives. Suncor made $2.75 billion in the latest quarter and saw an increase in production despite the Alberta government's production curtailments on some of the energy majors. Meantime, Husky Energy today saw its stock price drop to a 14-year low, even as Husky saw better earnings in its latest quarter, up to $344 million. From the 680 newsroom, I'm Mike Eppel for City News.